So we'll start in a comfortable seat. We're so lucky to have Andrea to provide a little bit of sound. So I think in recognition of our good fortune, I'll be silent and let the sound do its magic. So find a comfortable seat and just relax right into your sitting bones. Relax into your mat. Maybe rock a little side to side and get really easy in your easy pose. And begin to connect to your breath here. Allow it to deepen. Gently close your eyes if you're not there already. Relax through neck, head, and shoulders. Check in with your hands. Notice if they're resting palms up or palms down. And maybe make an adjustment if you're looking to let something in, palms up. If you're looking to ground deeper into the earth, palms down. Just let the sound wash over you. Waves of sound moving through time and space, from our hearts to yours. Connecting us. Feel the beat of your heart. It's connected to your own pulse. Connecting you to the pulse of all that is. This is the effortless part of yoga. This is the allowing. You are allowing the sound to heal your heart and your spirit. To soothe your senses. And connect you back to that something within that can't be named, can only be felt. Allow yourself to go within in this moment and feel it fully. Begin to bring a little movement in now. Maybe just rock back and forth a little. Allow that organic movement to emerge. We'll continue that idea of allowing. Allowing your body to move any way it wants. Maybe some gentle, soft Kundalini circles. Or maybe you're just rocking side to side or rolling the shoulders. There's a movement within that your body is looking for. Deliver that movement. Then come to stillness, lengthen through the spine, and let your hands rest on the front of your knees, and draw the belly button in. Let the rib cage expand as the lungs take in more oxygen. Exhale, now make a concave chest, round the spine and tuck the chin. Make a little hollow of your chest as your spine rounds and stretches. Inhale to lift and lengthen now. Press into the front of the kneecaps. Bring in a little bit of an arch here, just a little bit of an arch, and softly bend the elbows. Chin tilts to sky. Exhale to that concave shape. Round the shoulders. Soften the spine. Draw the belly button in. Think a modified cat and cat lift spine. Cat and cat cow spine. Inhale one more time. Bend into the elbows this time and draw the hands back to rest on the thighs. Draw the hands back to rest on the thighs and just gently press into the thighs as the elbows bend. Pressing those knees apart and open. Inhale, reach the arms high, arms reach, tailbone draws down. Palms touch, thumbs to heart, hands to prayer position. Check back in. Go within. Find a deep inhalation. Match it to a full exhalation. Let the sound wash over. Making all things right and true again. Inhale, the arms sweep high. Exhale, bend into elbows and shine palms forward. And just twist a little bit here. Keep the base of the spine grounded and isolate the movement to the waist. It's a little micro movement. And now make fists and make it a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Notice if you're clenching into the jaw, relax there. Pause at center. Left hand, right knee, right hand back behind, twist. Left hand, right knee, right hand back behind, gaze over right shoulder, twisting. Inhale, left arm up and over. Left arm up and over, switch hands, direction, back behind, left hand comes behind, right hand comes to left knee. Gaze is over left shoulder. Sit bones stay grounded. Spine lengthens. And we'll take this in a little flow. So right hand releases from that left knee and floats easy back behind you. Easy in your easy pose. Left hand, right knee. Gaze shifts over. And then just take this little flow at your own pace, bringing in any organic, intuitive movements. Just feel that flow. Feel the twist in the spine, a little squeeze and soak for the interior body. Think about your organs here as you twist. There's a nice little massage happening. Just a few more just like that. And then find your way back to center and into your tabletop position, all fours. Coming to tabletop position, all fours. This is for you, Pat. We're gonna bang the tops of the feet out. So bang the tops of your feet out in all fours. Really wake up the tops of your feet. And exhale back, first child's pose of the morning. Exhale back, first child's pose of the morning. Maybe take a minute to bring a little softness into the wrists. Little counter stretch. Wow. Big toes touch. Maybe the knees widen here. Connecting back to the breath. Inhale to reach the hands forward. Walk it back to tabletop position. Walking back to tabletop position, stack the hips above the knees for alignment. Shoulder heads over the wrists. Rock yourself into alignment. Just a little nice, easy rock, and find yourself centered. And then step back with your right foot. Just work into the ball of the right foot a little bit, left and right. You're massaging the fascia in that right foot. So maybe stretching back down that Achilles tendon as you plant the right ball of the foot. Rolling on the right ball of the foot, feeling the ankle work its way out. A couple more right there. all fours. Second side, left foot steps back. The ball of the left foot is pretty well anchored, right? So that it allows you to stretch through the sole of the foot. It allows you to stretch into the Achilles tendon, allows the ankle to warm up, and the toes. Exhale to tabletop position. Coming all the way back to child's pose. Draw your hands back all the way until the backs of your hands are touching and the fingers are pointing back. So here begins the physical practice where we'll shift things a little bit. I'm going to offer this morning the softer version of many of these poses. And so we begin with a softer version of child's pose. And you are welcome, if you need more heat and more energy, to extend the hands and modify to a more intense child's pose. But today's practice will be offering the gentler version of the pose as our home base, and the upgraded version, the more difficult version of the pose, as the modification. So know that and move your body with that in mind. So we're coming back to tabletop position. Reach the hands forward, walk the hands up to the top of the mat so that you're in your table. And from here we'll take a little cat series to down dog. So a little 3-part flow. Cat, cow, and pressing back to downward facing dog with super soft knees. Keep the bend in the knee. Keep a soft bend in the knee. Lengthen the shoulder heads off the wrists. Drop the head, look back between the feet. Keeping the soft bend in the knee. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Toes point back. Rounded spine cat. Bend into elbows to lift. Maybe swish your cat tail here a little bit. Exhale it back to downward facing dog, keeping a bend in the knee. Keeping a soft bend in the knee. Once more here, up onto the balls of the feet. Toes point back. Softly rounding the cat. Cat lift, keep the elbows lengthened here. Keep the arms straight here as you shift direction. Check in with the fingertips pointing forward, alignment of the hands. Curling the toes, shifting, lifting back to downward facing dog, keeping a soft bend in the knee. From here, you're going to walk your hands back to your feet, keeping a soft, deep bend in the knee. Hang with bent knees in that forward fold at the back of your mat. And slowly rise to stand, one vertebra at a time. Soft spine, soft knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Pause and gather. Take a moment here. I love Andrea's all-inclusive expression of when you're pausing here, say a prayer, make a wish, set an intention. Covers just about everybody and everything. Bending deeply into knees, down to go up, sun breath, arms reach. Exhale to a swan dive here. Soft bend in the knees, you're going to walk your hands forward. Walk your hands out to the top of your mat. Find your downward facing dog. Keep a little soft bend in the knee. Keep some flexion in there. And then look between your hands and send the right foot up. We're not going to kick it high first. Just step that right foot up. Take as many steps as you need to get there. If you have blocks and you want to bring them in, you might bring your blocks in to rest under your hands in your low lunge for a little extra ease, a little extra comfort. I love 2 blocks here. If you're feeling more flexible and you want your hands to the earth, you might take that option. Otherwise, we're on our blocks. Take a minute to go within again. Let the sound wash over you. Make contact with the true self, which is always just a breath away. Experiment with that. When you inhale, And exhale. Your mind was quiet. Your attention on your breath. Making room for a little peace to enter. Exhaling to clear the blocks, coming back to all fours. Coming back to all fours, we're going to come right to second side here. So send the left foot up from that knees down position. Bring the blocks back in. Let your hands rest on your blocks and check in with the alignment of shoulders over wrists. Stay here in our low lunge. You're welcome to come off the block if you want a deeper stretch. Inhale and exhale right where you are. Clearing the blocks, we're going to step back, lifting the back knee, send that left foot through and back for downward facing dog. Pedal the feet here in down dog. Inhale, exhale. One more time to walk hands back toward feet. Soft bend in the knee. Soft bend in the knee. Here you're going to lift halfway. Look up and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Soft bend in the knee. Inhale, the arms reach, rise to stand. Couple sun breaths here, down to go up. You're going to let that inversion settle from the inverted shape of down dog and forward fold. Let the blood redistribute. Feel that nice oxygenated blood. Pausing at the top here for a mini back bend. Shine the palms forward. Send the energy through the quadricep muscles. Pause here. Palms touch. Thumbs to heart. Revisiting your heart's desire here. Go within. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Continuing on in our journey of the sun salutation. Exhale, surrender forward, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. Coming right to downward facing dog, skipping our vinyasa here. Pedal the feet. Look between the hands. You're going to send the right foot right up. Send the right foot right up, and we're going to come back onto the blocks, dropping the back knee. You are welcome to keep the back knee lifted if you want more heat to your practice. Otherwise, we'll keep the back knee dropped. Left hand stays to earth, right arm floats high, twist. Feeling the rhythm. Feeling the connection to your own pulse. Happodaman here. Right hand comes to earth. Stretching back, gently inviting length. Allowing space. Not commanding or demanding. Maybe pointing and flexing as the hamstring opens. And that sticky, tight tissue that makes up the tendon connecting the muscle begins to become more supple and open. Breathe patience into any tightness, light into any dense, dark spaces. Set right foot down. We're going to twist to the other side. Right hand stays grounded, turning and peeling open, left arm floats high. Hands to the block on the right side. Welcome to lift the back knee if you desire more heat. Exhale, left hand to earth, clearing the blocks. Hands frame the foot, lifting up the back knee. We're going to step right back to downward facing dog. Any way you like to get there. Take a look between the hands, coming to second side. You're going to send left foot on up. Send left foot on up. Get as many steps in as you need to get there, and drop the back knee. Of course, welcome to keep the back knee lifted if that's what you did on the other side. Hands to the blocks, framing the foot. We're going to keep right hand grounded and twist. Left arm reaches. Notice if the left knee's falling out of alignment and draw it back in. Exhale, left hand comes to earth. Twisting to the other side, turning and peeling open. Left hand to block, right arm to sky. exhale, right hand to block. Hands frame the foot, half Hanuman, taking the bend out of the forward leg. It's an invitation. We're allowing length, inviting length. Not commanding it or demanding of the muscle, but allowing it to open on its own timetable. Keeping heart center lifted. Hands to the blocks, making a really safe and stable base from which to bring this deeper level of flexibility into the muscle, the tendons and ligaments. Exhale, setting the foot down, clearing the blocks. So stepping back here, getting lifted in that right knee and sending the left foot back. Stepping back super light. So here you might take a vinyasa. You might take plank chaturanga to a back bend, or you might stay and breathe in your downward facing dog, where we will meet. When you get there, shake your head yes. Shake your head no. A little bit of movement in here. Once again, bending into knees and walking hands back to feet. Root to rise. Inhale, arms reach. Right back in. Exhale, swan dive. Bringing a little heat in. Keeping a soft bend in the knee. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Walking the hands to the top of the mat. Jungle cat, the hands forward. Lengthen into downward facing dog. You might rock to plank here, or you might stay in your downward facing dog. You might rock to plank, you might stay in down dog. If you're in your plank pose, you may vinyasa here and drop and lower all the way. We're going to find our stable back bend of Sphinx here. So, coming into Sphinx, let the tops of the feet be active and allow the quadricep to hug the bone a little bit. You'll feel the kneecaps lift off the mat. Engage the abdominals. And right where you are, point the toes back a little bit and feel the calf muscle engaged. Now relax the tops of the feet. So keep the tops of the feet engaged with the toes not pointed. Inhale, look up, chin tilts to sky. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Take a look between the hands. You're going to send right foot up. Blocks are handy. We're going to spin the back foot flat and bring that right hand to the right block because we're coming into a little mini triangle here. So allow the block to rest on the outside of the foot. Maybe you're on that middle setting. Maybe you're even on the tall setting. You're going to slowly lift that left arm and peel open, keeping the bend in the leg, keeping the bend in that forward right knee, turning the block on its tall end to lengthen to triangle. To lengthen to triangle. Triangle on the block. That little bit of extra space created when we have the floor brought a little bit closer to us by way of the block, allowing for a little safer practice. Bringing that bend back into the knee, you're going to circle that high arm down to go up. Left arm comes down to go up. Lift right into your reverse warrior with a straight leg. Reversing your warrior with a straight leg, bending into left side. Bring the bend in once again. Windmill the hands down and let the toes, the back toes, point forward as you come to both blocks. Spin forward on the ball of the foot. So your toes are pointing forward on the ball of the left foot. And you're going to step the left foot up for pyramid about 2 footprints. So think about being halfway between your forward fold feet and your down dog feet. You're about halfway in between. Not quite on the balance beam. Yeah, water's a great idea here. Feet are staggered. Stay for your pyramid pose. Maybe the blocks come to their tallest setting so that you can really focus on your form without thinking about surviving through the pose. You're thriving with the extra added stability that blocks provide. Couple breaths here. Deep full inhale, deep full exhale. Clearing the blocks, bring that bend back into the knee. Step left foot softly up to meet right. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, bending into knees. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale to a mini back bend. Surrender forward, forward fold. Inhale to look up and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Finding your way to downward facing dog your way, either with the vinyasa or stepping right back to downward facing dog. Your call. Make a good choice for you. Looking between the hands, this time sending left foot up. Blocks are handy. Blocks are handy. Back foot spins flat. Back foot spins flat. Finding that left hand to left block and preparing here to turn and peel open, right arm to sky. Exhale the hands to both blocks here. Exhale the hands to both blocks. You're going to begin to lengthen through that front knee and turn that left block on its tall end. Back foot spins flat if you're not there already. Finding triangle pose here. Lengthening through the left leg. Inhale and exhale, right where you are. That extra room created when the hand is on the tall edge of the block really allows for you to focus on opening and deepening the space you're creating in the tendon and ligament. Bending into left knee, left forearm, left knee, circling down to go up. We're going to reverse that warrior to a straight leg, lifting left arm high. Exhale to windmill the hands down. Two blocks handy on the same setting as you spin the back toes forward, right? As you spin onto the ball of the right foot and the right toes are now stepping maybe 2 footprints up. Maybe you come to the tall ends of your block for pyramid pose so that you can really focus your attention on creating length and openness. Not worrying about just surviving and getting by and staying upright, but allowing your breath to flow freely. Notice how freely your breath flows. And make an adjustment if you need to. If your breath comes high and tight in the chest here. Either a bend in the knee, higher setting on the block. Clearing the blocks here, we're going to step to the top of the mat. Root to rise, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, thumbs right to heart. Thumbs right to heart. We're going to take a little chair flow here. So find yourself at the center of your mat. Find yourself in the middle of your mat. Bend into the knees, down to go up. You're going to bring the left foot with you this time when you root to rise. Left foot comes along for the ride in this little balance. And we're going to set the left foot down for chair. Exhale, step the foot down as the arms lower. Sit bones reach back. Send the arms back behind you like a diver on a platform. Open the chest and the heart. Now reach up. Inhale, root to rise. The right foot's gonna come with you. So as you lift to stand, release right toes from the floor. And it's a balance on the right side. Lowering into chair pose one more time. Bend into left knee. Set right foot down. Lower the arms. And then send your arms back like a diver on a platform. Open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Bring length into the back of the hamstrings. Bend into the knee. This time we're going to take our balance of chair. We're coming right into, of tree, excuse me, coming right into tree pose. Right leg stands, left leg makes its journey up, and maybe even tucks up into the hip crease of left thigh. Maybe you let your branches wave in the breeze. Tree pose, breathing stability into that wobbly foot. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Releasing that foot, bringing it to earth, folding forward. Once more, we root to rise. Right foot comes along for the ride, right into our tree balance. Left leg stands, right leg floats. Maybe right hand guides right leg into that hip crease. Finding your tree, finding an expression that works for you. You might take that Ganesh hand mudra where the fingers grip opposite. Looks like this. I don't know if you can see it, where the fingers grip one another. Creates so much stability in this pose. Exhale, release to fold forward. Release to fold forward. Reach for what you can behind you this time. So you're going to reach for the calves, or the back of the ankles, or maybe a reverse ragdoll. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Your choice, bending deeply into knees, either finding the top of a push-up position to a back bend or stepping right back to downward facing dog. Your call. Getting to downward facing dog your way. Lifting up onto the balls of the feet when you get there. And dropping into child's pose. Dropping into the resting pose of a child. So the hands draw back, head rests gently to center on one side. Nice point for a sip of water. Taking another moment to go within. Riding your breath to that connection to your inner being. Your timeless, changeless, true self. There are all these experiences that have come and go through the course of your lifetime. And through all of them was the experiencer. Make contact there. Notice when you're still and your attention is on your breath, you're more readily able to travel there. Inhale to lift up to hero's pose. So you're sitting on your heels. You're sitting on your heels in your hero's pose. And you're going to lift all the way up onto your knees. Arms reach. Exhale, just let your right hand fall down. Just let your right hand fall down and bend into right side here. Inhale back to center. The fingertips touch. And let your left hand fall down as you fall down toward that left thigh as you bend into the left side. Inhale back to center. exhale, bending into the right side. Fingertips reach toward right knee. Not making contact. Not bending into the back, but bending into the side body. Left side. Then find a little flow here. Find a little flow back and forth. Just a nice, easy way of being in your body as you treat each side to a nice lengthening and a folding. Connect the breath with the movement here. Pausing and letting the forearms connect back behind. Find a little back bend here. You can even just keep your hands supporting on your lower back, fingertips pointing down too. That's a nice expression for the hands here. Either one. And then lifting chin to sky. Back to center. This might be the full camel if that's in your practice. Otherwise, you may just continue this soft back bending. Lifting chin to sky, hands supporting low back. Back to center. And one more time to bend into the back. In a way that feels really good. Coming back to center. We're going to come back to all fours here. We're going to come back to all fours and bring the forearms to the mat. Bring the forearms to the mat. Keep the gaze neutral. And then step back to Sphinx pose. Step back, lifting the knees, and then lowering toes point back to Sphinx pose. Another nice deep back bend here. Exhale to press back to downward facing dog. Pressing back to down dog. And I draw the right knee forward for your pigeon pose. I'm going to draw the right knee forward for your pigeon pose. So if you have a blanket and you want a little support to get your knee a little more parallel to the mat, you can. Or if you want to tuck the leg under for swan and stay lifted, you can take that. So find your own expression. So pigeon is one of those poses where the structure of your body, its bones, have a lot to say about how you will be in this shape. So honor the structure of your body. All points are down, meaning hands and feet. All points are down and the torso is down, so you can safely explore your edge here. You can safely make your way to a little deeper expression, opening the hips with a little more intensity, if that's for you. Or you can soften. You could always just be in child's pose the whole time. We'll make our way to second side by way of downward facing dog. So that when you're ready, stay as long as you like until this pose has done its magic. Yeah, taking whatever intuitive movements are calling to you as you make your way back to your downward facing dog and into the expression of pigeon on your second side. Connecting to breath as you do. Connecting breath to movement. Sensing the presence of an ending of the intense portion. The standing poses give way to time on the floor and time integrating all the physical work that we've done with spirit. Going within. exploring the body's range of motion here. Deepening, finding the edge, backing off the dance of a personal yoga practice. Coming out to whatever intuitive transition speaks to you, eventually to downward facing dog. Transition by way of downward facing dog. Then coming all the way out onto your back when you're ready. Finding your way, any way that feels good to get there. Coming out onto your back, coming all the way onto your back. Knees bent, soles of the feet flat on the floor. Feet are about a hip's width apart. The soles of the feet flat on the floor. You're going to let your feet come to full mat width and then drop your knees in toward one another. Drop your knees in toward one another. Just stay and enjoy this shape for a moment or two. And the feet back together. We're taking our supine twist. So you're going to bring your feet back together and send the knees together over to the right. Arms out to the side in a T. Yeah, deepening with the legs crossed is a lovely personal note here. Nicely done. Allowing the spine to relax and be soothed by that lovely shape and the sound. Coming to second side. When you're ready, staying as long as you like where you are and then making your shift. Same shape, second side. Gazes in the opposite direction. Let's come out to a little legs up the wall here. So let your hands come to rest under your low back to support you and lift into your legs up the wall. You could actually do it on the wall, so much the better. This wonderful restorative pose allows the lactic acid that builds up through exercise to redistribute through the body, soothing and healing. Richly oxygenated blood circulating into the hip and the hip joints and the hip socket. It's like all the good stuff. It's getting to the places it needs to go. And then hugging knees into chest. Hugging the knees into chest eventually. Taking your last couple of movements. Maybe it's happy baby. Or maybe you want to bring the soles of the feet together, little frog legs up high in the air. Whatever's really calling to you, now's the time for it. Whatever wasn't on the yoga menu, order it up. Connect with your breath. And then gradually set the feet down on the ground. And because we did our tree pose today, we'll close with a reclined tree. So let the right leg be long. Let the left knee be bent. Let your hands take the shape that they take in your tree pose. Simulate your tree pose, your standing tree, as close as you can, and notice the difference between the reclined tree, with all that pesky gravity out of the equation, notice how easy it is to be. Where do you need to shift your perspective in life to create this kind of ease, to free yourself of whatever is holding you? It can be as simple as a pattern of thought or an arrangement of furniture in a room. It just needs to be shaken up a little to set you free. Inhale, hug knees into chest. Coming to that reclined tree pose, second side. A reminder of Mother Earth's love note to us, gravity, which keeps us connected to the earth. Feel your connection to the pulse, your own pulse, the beating of your heart, and the pulse of creation and all things around you. Making your way to Shavasana, perhaps bringing the soles of the feet back together one more time. Right hand over your heart, or your belly, left hand resting over your heart or your belly. Maybe you stay in this shape, or maybe you find your way into that classical arrangement. Legs long, a little wider than hips width apart. Arms by the sides, palms up in a gesture of receiving. Your call, how you come into your Shavasana. Allowing the sound to wash over you. Allowing it to touch the deep places within you that are connected to the root of all things. Allow it to transport you to the place that has no words for description and must only be felt. The senses guiding you to the realm beyond the senses. Stay for about another minute. Gradually allow your breath to deepen. Stay in silence for a moment, just for the sweetness of the contrast. The aliveness of your body awakened by sound. The beauty of the sound honored in silence. To your right side. Our last transition will be a moment to pause and gather. One more deep breath to go within. Make contact with the small, still voice. Awakened by sound and light and movement. Finding your way back up to your seat in your own time. Maybe keeping the eyes gently closed until you get there. When you do, allowing them to flutter open and see your surroundings with a little more wonder. The fairy dust cloud your vision for another moment or two more. And we'll close, if you care, to join me in an Om together, in the healing, the universal sound of Om. And inhale and an exhale, a full breath to clear. And an inhale to prepare. Exhale. Om Shanti Shanti, Om peace. Peace in your heart, peace in our world. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Andrea, for lifting. Thank you for making me sound good.
Thank you.
It's really hard not to provide good yoga when you got that backdrop. So.
Oh, Eileen, you're amazing.